In this episode we head south, down the Mornington Peninsula to one of the best sailing spots around. We were invited to bring our moths to the Ronstan Junior Foiling Cup so that the kids could see what a moth looked like and to have just generally more foiling boats around. Now I reckon this is like the coolest event ever. If this existed when I was a kid, I would have literally died of excitement and probably not slept for like 2 weeks before it. Basically, the kids aged between about 9 and 16 just had to rock up with their sailing gear. The boats were supplied by Skeeter Foiling Craft, and there was sort of a 2-day regatta where they took part in a series of races and at the same time sort of got to take their first flights on these awesome little foiling boats. Of course, for me it's never that easy, and I had to put in a few very late nights to get my moth ready because I'd only sailed it the week before, and there was a lot of things to fix before I was going to be able to sail it. Okay, so it's about 20 past 11 on Friday night. Really hoping to sail on Sunday at the Ronstan Junior Foiling Cup. Yeah, last night we had a bit of a task force to try and find some leaks in this thing. Basically, it seems like a lot of little tiny holes as opposed to one massive catastrophic one like I thought. So we've, I'll put some footage of that over the screen now, but we clear coated that back deck where there seemed to be a lot of little pinholes. We also tried to get more thickened epoxy up into these recesses again. But I'm still a little bit sus on just maybe the centerboard case has a little pinhole somewhere or something. We did sort of play around with some Sikaflex spray adhesive stuff, but that was just kind of an experiment. But I don't think that it actually sort of makes a layer as such. So I was researching today and I found this stuff that could actually be a game changer. It's pretty much early takeoff in a can, I reckon. So Rust-Oleum leak seal. So that'll make like a rubber layer, hopefully inside my centerboard case. And that might make things better. So let's give that a go and just keep ticking off all the weird little jobs to do. When your boat's looking like this Friday night, it doesn't look that promising. But remember last week on Friday night, I didn't have a foredeck. And I still made it to sailing on Sunday. So this will be okay. We'll get there. We'll just keep chipping away.
Come pick me up cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I just see her face wherever I look, she's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light.
Okay, lunchtime Saturday. Truckloads to do to try and make it to sailing on tomorrow morning. Just gotta get into it and see how we're looking. I think out of interest sake I might quickly pressure test the hull while I've got all the gear out, just to see if all of this has done something, and then after that I'll start putting stuff back. I've got to make new take-ups on this side from where the spray rubber stuff got my pulleys, so that shouldn't be too bad. Just a quick little shock cord job, and then heaps to do.
I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where...
So if you watch the last episode, you'll remember that the shocks I'd laminated on some time ago with basalt unidirectional fibre, one of them actually shattered on the main sheet bridle and came off, so I had to find an alternative solution. After much brainstorming with my friends, we decided to copy the sort of 12-foot skiff idea of laminating friction rings onto things with Dyneema. So that meant I had to sand off all the basalt unis I'd put on previously, and then I sort of, as you saw, spliced those low friction rings onto some Dyneema, then washed it under the tap to get rid of all the kind of waxy stuff that comes on the rope to give it a chance of sticking, and then just basically glued it onto the boat, put some carbon fibre over it, bit of peel ply, and then left it to cure. Okay, slowly getting there. So I'm thinking, if you remember the last episode, I found like I was running out of rudder because I think I've got too much angle of attack on my foil, the main foil. So to get rid of that, I have to lift the stern up, and that means the rudder's not very immersed in the water anymore by the time I'm sailing around. So I've got to take the foil off to put a packer in it, reduce the angle of attack slightly, but not as many packers as I had when I first launched this boat and it wouldn't foil. And I'm thinking, if I've got a boat that's designed for optimum aerodynamics, and the state titles are going to be somewhere with consistent wind, I might as well swap to the fast foil and give that a go at that venue tomorrow when we go there. So I'm going to swap them over, and then I'll put the same packer that I was going to put in this one, in that one, because that'll still be truckloads of angle of attack, and I assume they're both designed to operate at the same angle relative to that vertical, if that makes sense. So let's dig through here and find this Meseta and put that on. So this foil is actually a Meseta developed by Luke Adamic and Dave Lister in Sydney in about 2010. As you can see, it's a bit more aggressive in sort of shape and sort of plan form than the high lift foil there. It's just generally smaller and designed to go a lot faster. It has fixed tips, so the tips are sort of laminated in, and the flap doesn't go all the way to the ends like it does with the other foil. While I had it out, I thought I'll give it a quick sand with the 1200 wet and dry just to smooth off this old paint that wasn't looking too flash, and that might give the water a better chance of sticking to it. Can you say bell crank? Yeah, bell crank. Okay, it's about 10:30 Saturday night. I reckon one more stint of boat work, another hour and a half or so, I should be able to get it on the trailer and get it ready to go. Got to leave early in the morning to meet my brother there, but we'll get there. Just one more bit of boat work and we'll be done. While I'm just splicing up my bridle here, I just thought I'd say a massive thanks to everyone on Patreon that continues to support the channel. It's greatly appreciated, and it helps the videos to keep coming. There we go, 10 to 12, ready to go. Thought it'd take an hour and a half. And there we go, that brings us back to this point. We're all rigged up. The conditions are looking amazing. The kids are already on their way out, having an awesome time in like the best foiling conditions you'll ever get. It's been a few really late days to get to this point, but it looks like it's going to be totally worth it, and we're definitely going to have the best sail that we've had for a long time, and it's all for a great cause to support junior sailing as well. So we run into Glenn Ashby on the beach. That's pretty cool. That doesn't happen very often, and he agreed to come on the video, and I thought I'd ask him what he thought of my foils. This is my high-speed foil I put on yesterday.
It's pretty high speed. Should be good out there at the moment. Nice flat water conditions.
Yeah.
You're going to be hanging on today, mate. I hope the foil hangs on as well.
I hope so. I haven't sailed it on this boat yet. I put a shim in it to reduce the angle of attack because the rudder's kind of too short, so I'm hoping that'll work. How would that kind of compare to what you're running in the Cup now? Like,
Well, I mean, obviously the foils in the Cup are pretty high tech, and obviously controlled with electronic actuators and hydraulic actuators and things like that. But the concept's basically the same, where you're trying to lift the hull out of the water to reduce drag and sail the boat on the foils. So
go as small as you can.
As small as you can, but at the same time, if you go too small, you don't take off.
Yes.
In light conditions. So it's all about just getting the balance right and making sure that you try and cover all bases well. An AP setup or an all-purpose setup is generally what works best for these sort of boats.
So if you don't sail, that's kind of the equivalent of running into someone like Tom Brady or Max Verstappen or anyone at the very top end of their sport, LeBron James, someone like that. But in those other sports, I don't think you have the kind of access to them, and I don't know if they'd be able to kind of come and have a look at your equipment and talk through it with you. And just shows how awesome Glenn is for still taking the time for enthusiasts like me, and also just how cool sailing is that you still have access to people at that absolute top end, even at kind of a club level like this. So now we were clearly having the best day ever. All I needed to do now is just pop up onto the foils, sail past my brother, and yeah, that'd be probably one of the best days sailing for a long time. Well, that's not strong enough. It's very high. So yeah, obviously the rudder gantry failed and that sort of can opened at the back of the boat. I'm pretty sure this might be connected to that massive carp I hit in Colac. Not the last time I sailed this boat, but the time before.
How many boats have you got?
So while I was on the beach looking at all this broken carbon, trying to figure out what to do, my brother was out there having the best sail ever. His boat is like the Mona Lisa of old Moths. It's so historically significant and so awesome and so well built. Yeah, he had a great sail. He did have a bit of a crash here though, where he ventilated the rudder and got flicked off pretty hard. I then noticed the Skeeter demo boat sitting on the beach and asked Jim if anyone's sailing it that afternoon.